Jack!
Rich!
How you doing today?
I feel fantastic. Do you notice my shirt?
It's a lizard with a fire tail?
It's a poorly drawn Charmander. Because like Charmander is a Pokemon and it's a character that people really like, and this is a really shitty imitation of that character that people like.
So you know we're talking about Gears of War 4 today in unrelated news.
Completely unrelated.
So Gears of War 4 is the 5th game in the Gears of War series. Yeah, Gears of War, most people know who that is at this point. Yeah. It's been imitated endlessly. Basically, it's the original cover-based shooter. It's not the first, but it's the one that popularized it. There was a game on the PS2 that was a cover-based shooter that did it first, and nobody remembers it, not even me. I don't even remember the fucking name.
I'll see if I can find that and put that, I'll insert it.
Yeah.
Like right here.
Well, I'm the one that's talking about it. It should be right here, really.
You're right,
So.
you're right. I'll put it next to you then.
Actually, I'm still a little drunk.
The basic mechanics of all the Gears game is find cover, regenerating health, shoot at the enemies, go back into cover, regenerate health, and shoot at the enemies.
And it's largely pretend. It's kind of a pretend game, I've noticed. There's in Gears of War you control like a fucking marionette.
Okay.
They go into cover button, and then there's just all these tactical moves. You go around the side of the cover, and you jump over the cover, and none of it really matters except for getting behind the cover. The only thing you need to worry about is you're regenerating health.
Right.
You pop up and you shoot until the center of your screen turns red, and then you just go back down, and then you wait for your screen to turn normal, and then you pop back up and you shoot. So all this tactical shit you can do is all rendered completely meaningless by the regenerating health system.
Specifically in Gears of War 4. As part of this review, I went back and replayed Gears of War, the first Gears of War, and I noticed a stark contrast in difficulty. I played both on just normal difficulty. You know? In the first Gears game, I got my ass handed to me because I was so used to playing Gears of War 4. In Gears of War 4, if an enemy knocks you down, they then forget about you and no longer shoot you. Which leads to this super reckless behavior in Gears of War 4 where you just run straight at an enemy because if you get shot, your buddy will pick you up and it's fine.
Yeah, your buddies run right to you like instantly. It's like Gears of War for babies. I did notice that Gears of War 1 was more difficult. I see, we played different versions of the game. I attributed that to the mouse. Because I played Gears of War 4 on Win 10.
Sure. And I played Gears of War 4 on the Xbox One.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a weird thing, Gears of War where you can aim.
How did you feel about that?
I felt very good about that. I just wish I liked the rest of the game.
Shit.
What else do we want to talk about with the mechanics?
Right, like what else is there? There's cover-based shooting.
It's the most standard thing ever.
Yeah. It's so standard. It's the game mechanic that they shove into story-based games because it's so standard now.
Yeah, you know what? Here's where I give Gears of War 4 all the credit in the world. They know it's a shooter. I saw the E3 kind of like trailers for this game. It was all this cinematic crap going on, the storms and the things falling down. I thought this game was going to be a scripted mess of crap where you didn't actually play a game. And to be fair, you play a game.
That is true.
You're shooting at things the whole way through.
Gears of War has a basic formula, which is you go into an area that's clearly an arena, and you have a battle, and then you go through a door, and there's another arena where you battle all the things.
The things you battle kind of suck.
That's where we start into poor imitation territory.
Like the entire first third of the game, you're fighting this new faction robot. The new COG. Their army is robots, and they're extremely boring to fight because they're just kind of bullet sponges. Design-wise, they're kind of ugly, and gameplay-wise, dull as fuck.
Yeah. Whereas in the first Gears, you're fighting fucking monsters who come out of the ground and you chainsaw them into bloody pieces.
Now you're shooting at, I don't know, kind of like drones with no personality.
Right.
They're boring robots. I've seen robots done fun. Vanquish. Everything you fight is a robot, but they cram so much personality into those goofy little robots and the way they move. They're fun to look at. They're fun to shoot at. The Gears robots in Gears 4, they stand there. And
Well,
shoot.
and they're just dude-shaped robots, and they have slightly different robot guns. We keep saying like this is a very standard shooter, but like I feel like it comes from a pedigree. Gears has always been kind of action schlock. I'd like to compare it to something like Predator, the movie, or something like Cobra, starring Sylvester Stallone, where it's just dumb action fun. Commando is another great example. It wasn't a deep game. It never tried to be a deep game. You were a big sack of meat covered in bricks, and you had a gun with a chainsaw on it.
I give John DiMaggio, who voiced Marcus Phoenix in the original, well, he's in the new one too, so in all the games he voiced Marcus Phoenix. Yeah. But I give him a lot of credit for just understanding how to make that kind of archetype work. It's just tough guy, action tough guy. And just something about his voice, he makes it fun.
Yes.
He doesn't take it too serious. Oh God, they're swarming us.
Like he doesn't take it too serious, and he's not overtly tongue-in-cheek.
Yes.
He rides that line perfectly where you want to be the big dumb guy with the big dumb gun. Yeah, being Marcus Phoenix was the biggest draw of the game. Like
Hardened vet knows what he's doing, can kick some ass.
Yes. Yeah.
And in a war game, that's a fun character to be.
Yeah. And in Gears of War 4,
they rip off Nathan Drake.
You're Nathan Drake.
In a setting that doesn't really fit Nathan Drake.
He's quipping. Like a grenade goes off and he's like, whoa, that was a close one.
You just want to hit him in the fucking face.
Right?
It's a bad sign when you don't want to be your player character.
Ah, shit, I really hate that sound. Here they come!
We're Marcus Phoenix's son, and we eventually meet up with dear old dad.
He's got that great fucking moment when the head robot shows up, the leader of the COG speaking through a robot, and he just takes the chainsaw and he goes right through it. And it's a badass scene.
You know what? But it's a scene that was already duplicated in the game because the other badass already sliced the head off of a robot with swords.
Oh yeah.
Citizen, you are not authorized.
No citizens here.
Really?
It was the original Gear was closer in tone to Doom, which is you are a badass, you have a gun, you kill all the things. Mm-hmm. In Gears of War 4, you're kind of a wisecrack, man. Maybe you got some history with your dad or with the COGs, and this girl, her mom got kidnapped. She's trying to prove herself, and also your friend. He has no personality. Your friend has no personality whatsoever. What's his thing?
No personality. He has no thing.
He has nothing.
He has no thing.
He has no thing.
He's a nobody.
I'm just, I think if you think back again to the original Gears, you are badass who kills monsters. You got Dom, whose wife got stolen.
Yeah.
And you got
Cole, who was like an ex-football player, which he was an ex-celebrity who's now just a grunt soldier. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was a fun idea.
Yeah. Everybody's got their thing. The people you hang out with in the game have a little thing.
Carmen, like the green rookie.
Yeah.
It was silly yet You root for them until they.
No. I'm not trying to say that the original characters were these amazing, well-rounded characters. They just knew what they were.
They took something that was a simple archetype idea, badass military guys, and they made it fun. This takes Uncharted, rips it off, and does it dull. The wisecracking guy, that's like some kind of stealth game where you're doing heist. That's what you use that character type for. That's kind of slick yet charming kind of character type.
Yeah.
He's a thief, but he gets away with it because he's just so likable.
You got your Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you got your Chris Pratt.
They're taking Chris Pratt, and they're having him star in Commando.
Right.
And it doesn't work.
Lieutenant, you've been busy.
First Minister Jin, you're looking magnetic. Didn't see that coming, did you?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Absolutely nobody cares. We talk about how the characters are boring, how the story doesn't really work. We talk about the gameplay, how the campaign is just kind of like a watered down version of the original Gears that's a little bit too easy. Nobody cares about that either.
Okay.
90% of the people who play Gears of War play it for the multiplayer.
Maybe.
Gears multiplayer. It's a game that's got these tactical systems where you take cover and you have a machine gun and this little reloading mechanic, and none of that matters because the way you win in Gears multiplayer is to run around like a jackass with a shotgun. If you're aiming, you're playing Gears wrong. If you are a fan of Gears, this is all of the same bullshit that you've loved for the last 10 years. If you're not a fan of Gears, it's the same annoying bullshit that Gears has been for the last 10 years.
Yeah, no, you roll around like a jackass until the enemy is in your crosshair. You don't even need to use this stick.
No, you don't crosshair. Crosshair.
In front of you.
You just butt up against them and you use the shotgun. And then you kill them in one hit.
What if we detoured on our way to you?
Kate, I told you, your mother's
That's right, you'd probably be a puddle of goo right now. Or worse.
Oh, come on. There's not much worse than a puddle of goo.
And if I'm not connected to the internet, I can't play it at all. Because this game has online-only DRM.
Oh.
In the Windows 10 nanny state, the Microsoft nanny state, I need permission from Big Daddy on whether or not I can use the game that I paid full price for. So I'm basically shackled out of the box, and it's horrible, and they're monsters. What if my internet isn't that reliable? My internet goes down frequently enough.
Sure.
Just fuck you, you can't play the game? I can't play the single-player offline campaign? Fuck them. And the Windows Store is fucking garbage. It's fucking garbage. The download speeds are a fucking joke. 80 fucking gigabyte game, like a day and a half to fucking download it.
A day and a half?
It was hard to tell exactly how fucking long it took, because, the night it came out, I'm like, okay, 80 gigs, this is gonna take a while. I'll let it download overnight.
Sure, a lot of people do that.
I started the download, I went to bed, and I go back in the next morning to see where the 80 gigabyte download's at, and I see it stopped as soon as the PC went into sleep mode.
Oh. Didn't keep...
No.
Well, that sure sucks.
And that's on top of download speeds that are comically slow to begin with. It's a terrible experience buying anything off of the Windows 10 store. Terrible. I hate Microsoft so much.
They're not evil. They're
evil.
They're just inept.
They're evil. No, they're greedy, sleazy, and evil.
Yeah, I guess.
Jack, do you recommend Gears of War Boar?
No, I don't. Even though, a lot of the action is very similar to the early games, I recommend you go out there and buy Gears of War Ultimate Edition, an HD remake of the first Gears of War, because that is super fun.
If you're a fan of the multiplayer, It's where you get the newer version of the same crap that you love. The same cheap crap. There you go. That's the new version of it. That's what you'll need.
You already have that.
Then everyone's going to be playing the new one. If you want a good action game, Doom came out this year. Doom came out this year, and Jesus, makes Gears look like a piece of fucking shit in every way. If you have to play a third-person shooter, track down Vanquish. Not enough people played Vanquish. Even though it's only available on the console and you can only play it with a controller, it is still the best action game ever made.
Basically, are you...
For single player.
Is your plan just to mention Vanquish on the show as much as possible in hopes that it gets an HD remake?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see Vanquish on fucking Steam.
Or GOG.
I won't rest until Vanquish is on Steam. And then I can box up all of the old consoles at that point.
That's the only thing left?
No, it's relevant now. The president in Vanquish is basically Hillary Clinton.
Oh, it could... hashtag I'm with her, hashtag bring Vanquish to PC, goddammit.
She commits suicide in the end.